Good afternoon, good morning, and possibly good evening, wherever you are around the world. Big welcome to our In the Know with Peter Ngo, as I am Peter Ngo, Senior Presidential Director here with LifeWave. And just a big welcome as I have my beautiful co-host here also, Ms. Donna Reiners. How are you doing today, Donna?
I'm well. Looking forward to everything you have to share with us today, Peter. Thank you.
Can you believe we've already completed? This will be our 9th week together. I cannot believe when we started with this idea, hey, let's get a private gym time going. Let's start really diving in deep into our trainings, a lot of things that we cannot train on a regular basis. I wanted to take the opportunity with Donna, as Donna is totally leveraging, we're totally leveraging each other. We're leveraging our skills to really share with our builders, our workout buddies. And if you're brand new here and all this language kind of sounds funny, don't worry about it, okay? This is a gym. You're gonna get really used to working out with us to build some muscles. And this 1 hour call here is just specifically to build some deeper muscles, okay? What I love to talk about is mindset. We love to talk about behaviors. We talk about building, leveraging, and duplicating yourself. And if you understand what that means you're going to go ahead and build a solid business by building good muscles for yourself. And these calls right here, these 1 hour calls, we talk about specific subjects. So today is the last week of the year. How is everybody feeling? Good? All right. All around the world, you good? Good, because as we finished off our last couple of weeks, I wanted everyone to kind of assess, right? I wanted everyone to reflect. Where are you in your life? Where are you in your health? Where are you in your wealth? Where are you in your business? And if you can answer these questions as we go through today, I'm going to talk about a subject that we don't talk about every day. And it's a subject about cash flow. Who here likes the word cash flow? Okay, now, because we are in the health business, we never mention the word money, because what is the true wealth in today's time? We all know the answer. It's your health. It's your health, right? So I always talk about HTF. It's called health, time, and freedom. Does everyone on this call have all three? Do you have the best health possible? Are you taking the best health technology to turn on your body every single day where you're not feeling anything? If you don't feel anything, you have very good health, right? Meaning if you don't feel pain, if you don't feel stress, do you feel healthy if you're not stressed? Yes, right? What causes stress, everyone? I'm gonna probably have Jeff unmute himself. Jeff, what causes stress? What do you think causes stress, Jeff? You can unmute yourself.
Stress.
Oh, stress causes stress.
Stress.
I like that
What
answer.
causes
Okay.
stress in my life only is my health has never been better, but what takes it down is we're just laughing at each other is the cash flow.
Okay, now
Cash
good.
flow causes stress.
Now let's go deeper with this, okay? Now, if stress causes stress, do you think thinking about having no time, would that cause stress for you if you have no time?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, if you have pain, if you have health challenges, does that cause stress?
Yes.
And then you add on top of that, what if you don't have the energy and you don't have time because you're in bed all day because you don't have energy to get up, and then you're suddenly financial issues, meaning doctors, medications, bills rack up because you're not working. Does that cause more stress?
Absolutely.
Yes. We here in the clinic, we have none of that.
Okay,
Because of LifeWay, because of Subtropics, because of regenerative medicine, we have none of that.
So what you're saying, Jeff, is that because you're solving the very first challenge that everyone in the world has to think this way.
100%.
How can I solve and get the best health first, right? So
100%.
you did it. You, Sandy, Dr. P, everyone in your center is so invested into the best health technology because
100%.
you understand if you can take care of this first, then you will buy back some time. And then when you have some time, then you can take your time and be more open-minded to opportunities where you can earn more, correct? Does everybody understand that flow? Health, then time, then the freedom. Now, we have a big problem though. What if people don't have one of those things? What if you don't have health now? Then you won't have time, you won't have freedom. What if you don't have money, everyone? What if you don't have money to buy the best health technology or get resources or advice or pay for advice to get health resources? What do? Donna, what would you do?
You get stressed.
Again, right? So the reason now everybody understands how do we build such an organization, because the first thing that we focus on as a community, as a team, is we want everyone to be on the most affordable. Yeah, that kind of, well, we want people to be, that can buy a lot of patches. So we want people to have the most affordable way to get their health back, correct? Which is what? The patches. Once you get on the patches, and for example, like Destiny, how many issues or challenges did the patches help you with, Destiny, personally? You can unmute yourself. Oh, so your microphone's not on, Destiny, so maybe your volume or something. Okay, if not, then I'm gonna go to Mary. So Mary, sorry, Destiny, if it's not working well, I'll come back to you. So Mary, how many issues or challenges did the patches help you with?
3 of them.
Okay.
That was, yep. Do you want me to describe them?
No. So I
Okay.
just want to know how many. So if the patches helped you with those 3 issues, and those 3 issues are all of a sudden gone,
Mhm.
now are you feeling more better because you have more time, because you're not spending more time taking care of those 3 issues?
Yes. Yes.
And then when you're not spending more, maybe drugs or maybe more money or maybe more doctor visits, are you saving more money now because you took care of those 3 issues because of this simple catch right here?
Yes. Yes.
Does everybody resonate with Mary? Okay. The reason why I am pounding, I am really today, I want to make sure everybody understands. When you take care of one thing, it will open up the door. The problem is now, this is what I see. And again, these calls are heart to heart, raw, right? What do I see? I see people that want to make money. I see people that always focus on talking about making money, but they're sacrificing the simplest thing, which is maybe taking care of their health first before thinking about money. And if you build a community, or if you build an organization that is just always focused about making money and you skip the health part, how long do you think that endeavor, or how long do you think that longevity of that organization or that team will last if you have it flip reverse like that? Not that long, because someone is going to get burned out. Someone is going to get sick. And I've seen this over and over and over again in this industry. That's why I am so happy to be part of LifeWave, because David Schmidt, since day one, he has never mentioned about money. Does that make sense, everyone? He is leading the way. So when we follow his vision, when we follow his guidance and his steps, we don't even talk about money. So how do we make money, everyone? How do you make money? The moment Mary got a testimonial because her 3 issues went away, she is now learning to come into this gym, and she's learning skills on how to share her testimonial. When she shares her testimonial, because in her heart, she believes that this product has helped her, and she believes that this product can help everyone around her, and she has a good heart. She's doing this out of giving. And now when she shared this with Andre, and Andre takes this product, and then she gets well, and then she buys back her time, and then Andre shares it with George, or George, I'll call it George, from Germany, and he takes this product and he gets well. What are we giving each other, everyone? What is that called? That is called value. Are you bringing value to your people? And value could be in form of information. Does everybody know we're living in an information age? But we're going above and beyond that now, okay? But information, meaning don't inform yourself so much that you get confused, okay? Because you can over-inform yourself, meaning read too much and no action. You got to take the information and you got to put action into the information, right? Now, if you get some information and again, you share it and they make an impact on that person, and that person decides to buy this product, is it okay for you to get paid or monetized for sharing information that you took out the time to learn to share with someone else?
That's how
Shari is on it, right? She knows. This is called the way of how we impact each other. Now, can you overinflate information?
Yes.
Can you make up information?
Yes.
Can you lie about information?
Gosh, yes.
Then now you have a choice. Are you going to share truthful information, or are you going to share not truthful information? Does that make sense? Everything you share is going to create some kind of a action or result. Understand? Now, I'm going to share with you some information during this call. This information, and the reason why I kept it till the end of this year is because, again, I want each one of you to go into your year. What is your goal? What do you want to absorb? What do you want to learn today that you can apply for 2023? I want to give you some information to shift your mindset, right? Shift your mindset to become a professional network marketer. where you learn how to build people. You learn how to leverage people, and you learn how to duplicate people. And what was the last words I said? It's called people. True wealth comes from people now. Does everybody agree with me?
Yes.
You can have all the money in the world. You can be a billionaire, a millionaire, whatever near during the lockdown in 2020. And I can guarantee you, you will not be able to buy anything or do anything either, whether you're a millionaire or billionaire or a homeless person. Because sometimes a homeless person has a bigger army and no worries, care in the world. Because a billionaire sometimes has to worry about who's going to cheat, lie, and steal from him every day. Do you think that's going to be stressful? Yes. So what I want everyone to understand, freedom of the mind, stress-free of the mind, to me is the most valuable thing. And then your environment, the people that you hang out with that can help you or hurt you. You decide. Okay? Very, very deep conversations today. How many people do we have on the call? We have 29 people on the call today. Now, who here has heard of Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant? Who here has read his book, watched his video to the teeth to truly, truly understand his words? Maybe Deborah, Andre, Shari, Dorothy, right? Maria. Now I'm going to teach exactly what we did through the cash flow quadrant. And by the time we're done today, I want everyone to have a simple goal. How much time are you going to put into this business to learn information, to share it to the world? And how do you get people as your wealth? We're not talking about money, but money equates to people, correct? Or people equates to money. Either way. So, Donna, would you like to add on to anything I just said right now?
No, you're straight on. I mean, it's about cultivating our own environment and it's cultivating other people's environment, how to keep it simple, how to love one another. And as we concentrate on helping one another improve health, it will increase wealth for those who want to run that. You know, we had someone just recently who I just talked to actually today, and she's all about the health. But she's so inside of her, she understands, oh, you mean the more people I help, the more people, the more money I can make? And boy, that just like, wow. So we already have an appointment set up in the morning with Charity, and we have another appointment set up. So we're going to start. I already asked her for her 20 people. I said, listen, this isn't super spiritual. Some things I said, who do you want to, who do you know that needs to improve their health? Who do you know wants more time? Who do you know needs more freedom? I just went through our simple basics and then just write down their phone numbers and let's just make some calls. And we're making it real simple because we can reset next year for some of these people that want to start the new year with a new health product. Listen, this is the greatest week to talk to people. Everybody's slowed down. People are getting bored. They're getting on TikTok and the Facebook and they're taking some time off. I'm like, no. Let's engage. Let's make this last week the best week we've ever known to improve people's health like we've never done before. And they'll thank us later.
And I want to ask permission for everyone. Can we talk about money today?
Yes.
Okay. Can we talk about the value of wealth?
Yes.
Can we talk about residual income? What does it really mean? Okay. And we're going to dwell on this deeper. And I just want everyone to understand, sometimes you have to be selfish, especially in the network marketing industry. Because in the beginning stages, when I joined 20 years ago, all my uplines, all my leaders, they said, Peter, Go travel, go help your teams, go give this, go do this, go pay for this, go travel this. Does that make sense? Who here has been told that before? Go sacrifice your time with your family. If you don't sacrifice, you're never going to be successful. Who's here heard of that before? I lived that life for 15 years in network marketing. I sacrificed, I went into debt. I sacrificed my family time, my personal time, all that time, because they told me I had to travel, I had to fly, I had to meet my teams, I had to pay for hotel meetings, I had to do this. Does everybody understand the lingo now? Now, the reason why when Marcy and I came into this business, and when I made sure I knew what this was, I told myself, I am not going to make the same mistake ever again by doing certain things. Now, I'm going to say those certain things. If you have done it, don't worry about it, okay? What I'm just here to tell you is that we can always self-correct. The one thing that I will do is I'm always going to give you the one-time advice. I'm not your boss. I'm not your manager. I'm your friend. I'm your business partner. And business partners and friends have to protect each other, correct? So I want to protect you from making mistakes. If you made already the mistakes, don't worry, fix it, okay? Just don't do it again and don't teach it. So the reason now, who here, and I'm going to go through this, and I'm just saying this, okay? Because again, I did it many times. I've done it many times. There's just some things you don't want to do. For example, I don't want anyone to build more than one account. Why is that? Because it's so hard to build even one account. Now, I know what you mean. Peter, I signed up my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, da, da, da. That's fine. I'm just saying, can you go to the gym and build your friend's muscles? Let me repeat that again. Can you go to the gym and work out and build your friend's muscles? That is what if you build your account, how can you build your friends or your moms or your dads and your other account? And I'm saying this again because I want to save you time, energy, and this is what I mean by being selfish. If you can't even build your own account to the top and show people that what you've done yourself, how can you duplicate that with others? Sometimes it's tough. I'm giving it to you raw, okay? Now, I understand about people giving people, people up. That's fine. But you can only do that when you're already a bodybuilder, when you're strong yourself. Now, if you want to help people, for example, Destiny, if you want to help someone, how can you help them if you don't have the right health yet, if you're not up to par yourself? How can you help to someone when you don't have all the time in the world for yourself and your family? How can you help someone when you're financially strapped and you cannot even take care of yourself and you want to help other people? This is what I mean by being selfish. I don't mean by being selfish like, I got to hold everything to myself, okay? Selfish means that take care of yourself, and I'm giving you permission. I'm telling you, build yourself to a point where you can then, when you're fulfilled, when your cup is full, then you can spill over your leftover water, juice, and coffee to your friend. You know, when you're in the airplane, what did they tell you? Make sure you wear the mask first before you give it to someone else, because if you die, you can't help your neighbor either anyways. Does that make sense? You breathe. You learn how to breathe. I did this coming into LifeWave 3 years ago. I have built many, many people. I have given up many, many things. I have traveled, I've spent, I went into debt being in this in many companies, until one day Peter No had to wake up and tell himself, You are no one until you can help yourself and be strong yourself. Then you can be someone for others. I took that on so fast, and that's why when Marcy and I came in here, I was very selfish, and I didn't want to make the same mistakes I made for 15 years. And what happened? Marcy and I went to the top in 4 and 5 months. When we reached the SPD level, then we were so strong, and then we can literally help everyone else. But if we did the old way again, what if it took us a year or 2 years or 3 years to reach the top? Does that make sense, everyone? And I'm saying this now because we're closing out 2022. For us, we've been in this journey now for 3 years now together. Some of you have been here for 3 months. Some of you have been here a year, 2 years, 3 years. It does not matter. You are here now. If you are here brand new, like Jeff and Sandy is absorbing 3 years of knowledge, 3 years of information in weeks and months. Does that make sense, everyone? So if you're here for a long time, you went through the journey. If you're here a short time and you can absorb all this, you're here doing the shortcut. I don't care what you do, you're still gonna learn health, time, and freedom. You're still gonna learn how to build, leverage, and duplicate yourself. Those are the only 3 things I'm gonna teach in 2023. My goal this year, and I'm telling you my goal because I want each one of you to define your own goals this year. My goal is to help all my personals now. I have personally enrolled over 50 personals. Out of the 50, 12 will become senior presidential directors in the next year. I already have 7 presidential directors and senior presidential directors myself. Okay, so next year my goal is to help everyone now that wants to get to where they need to be. But how am I going to do it? I'm going to learn how to leverage Donna, Sandra, Suzanne, Claudia, Eric, get it, Savi, Dr. Harmon. I'm leveraging our entire team to help everybody else. Does that make sense, everyone? Because I was selfish in the beginning, now I can be unselfish in the end.
Can I bring some clarity to something?
Yes.
If I were new, I might have this question.
Yes.
So when all our points are based on what other people do within our organization, whether we enrolled them or someone we enrolled them, et cetera, et cetera. So what he's saying, what I'm hearing pretty specifically is, let's say I have 10 people that I'm working with and I'm looking at enrolling. If I have mercy and go, oh gosh, well, I want to help this person. So I give them my 4 enrollments. And now that becomes their personal enrollments. And though that might look good and that might make them get to a manager, it could very well be that none of them ever build anything. And the person I even gave them to will never build. So basically those become what I hate to call them throwaways, but they become people that did not get the opportunity to get trained. You know, they're placed under someone who's not going to build. So you may continue to work with them to help them build, but it becomes even greater effort because they're not yours, because you gave them to someone else. And though that does happen sometimes, it does, because he's right. You get to a certain place and then there are certain things that you do from ever so often, like very infrequently. You might need to do something strategically, very, very infrequently, just for this, that, or the other. But overall, we keep our personal enrollments. And he's right. You might have someone, I have someone I'm talking with right now that has a father who's in his 80s. And she probably is going to build him. Why? Because he is a dinosaur. He does not use a computer. He has an issue with his arm. He's not going to be able to, unlike someone else in their 80s that can use both hands. He's got some issues, but he needs income. Maybe that's a little different matter, and that's our personal choice to do that. But it isn't something we go, hey, go enroll these people and then build all these people. You go ahead and give them all your enrollments. It's not like that. That's what he's talking about.
Yes.
You may not know that if you're new. He's saying he's not, because we're built upon other people. The only reason they made SPDs is because all of us were working our butts off because we were so excited about the health and we were moving forward and we didn't even know we were moving forward. We were having fun and building, and that built them. And now other people that we have enrolled that have enrolled are having fun and they're building, and it's helping us move forward. So that's why no matter what we do, it impacts one another, whether it be positive or negative, we impact one another.
And thank you for clarifying that, Donna. And again, I'm speaking to the brand new people that are joining this industry. If you're in my shoes, I can do whatever I want. I'm a bodybuilder. I can give away whoever I want because, again, I can be unselfish today because I was selfish in the beginning. I'm talking about everyone's beginning. If you want to duplicate properly, I want to save everyone, whoever is new here. Thanks, Jeff. Whoever is new, I want you to start your gym the right way, meaning you know how to build your muscles. You know how to do the pull-up. You know how to do the sit-up. And then when your team watches you, you will attract the right person that can want and do the same thing as you do, not you handicapping them or you shooting steroids in them, and then they will be dependent on you forever. And if they don't do anything, then you're going to have a thing called resentment. You're going to resent something. Does that make sense, everyone? If you've gone through that, I am speaking to you. Remember, this is my training call. It's raw. I talk about things that the industry does not talk about. I talk about things that other leaders don't want to talk about. I'll talk about it because I rather have a very clean organization that is open than trying to everybody do strategies. And we've already grown to this big already, being this clean and pure. Does that make sense, everyone? So we're starting 2023 off right with the bang. Clarity, focus. It's a new world. The world now needs more truth than ever. We don't need fakeness. We don't need posturing. We don't need to convince people. You just need to be in your truth, be the truth, be surrounded by the truth, build on that truth, and watch how your business will explode. If this thing is tickling something in you that is not feeling good, go in deeper and find out what it is. If you've made any of these mistakes and I mentioned it to you and it tickled your ear, good, fix it. That's all you can do, right? Now, I'm going to take 15 minutes. I'm going to share with you now this important piece of paper right here. Photos. Donna, do you see this? Donna? Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me?
was muted. Yes, I can see it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Good. So everyone, I want to take you on a journey. I want to know where you are on the flow quadrant. I want to show you that we are all millionaires already. How exciting is that? That we're all millionaires already, okay? And then I want to show you how the LifeWave compensation plan is right in line with this cash flow quadrant, right in line with you, okay? So everyone, why do I teach everyone how to make $50 a day? After I'm done with this, you will understand how powerful earning $50 a day is, because if you times 50 times 30 days, that's $1,500. When you make $1,500 a month in residual income, you will understand that you already have over hundreds of thousands of dollars of leveraging income working for you. So no, 80% of the people that join us, join your team, join in anything, they are in the employee mindset. So that's why it's so hard when you communicate or when you message something to an employee. They sometimes don't understand. They want to understand what you're selling them, but they don't understand the lifestyle because they have a job. You see the first E right here, it says employee. All you're trading is time for money. So if they had a job.
Peter, not hearing you.
You're not hearing me?
No, sorry. Your internet's getting a little sketchy right where you are for some reason. Now I can hear you again, but you did go out.
Okay, so everyone, I'm gonna repeat it again. When you're dealing with employee mindset, it's not because they don't want to make money. They just don't know what the time or the lifestyle looks like.
Right.
Does that make sense, everyone? That's why we created a system where you don't have to create anything else, but you just have to learn how to invite people to see something for 30 minutes at a time. Raise your hand if you understood that. I can't see your hands. You can just raise it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, the next thing is self-employed. Who here is self-employed? Jeff, whoever is a hairstylist, a medical professional, an athlete, an entertainer, a business owner, a dry clean owner, a salon owner, a mechanic, they're self-employed right here. Guess what? They're still trading time for money. Why? Because if you cannot walk away from your business, if your business is not systemized for you to walk away, if your business cannot earn income, if you are physically not there, then you are still an employee of your business. If you're an employee of your business, how many of us here know business owners that have owned their own business for 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 decades, 50 years? Donna, do you know a couple of business owners like that?
I do know some. Yes, sir.
Okay. When you talk to them, don't they always want, they're open to business, but again, because their mindset is so stuck into the operations of their business, sometimes they say no to you because they don't have time to look at something else.
It's difficult to switch over, especially when you're dealing with, let's say, well, a corporate person would be an employee. And so we are talking about business owners, but still it's almost the same thing. Sometimes a business owner can be earning a really good income. And because they're already, maybe they're at a 6-figure income, they see no need to switch gears to attempt to do something different and start over.
Correct.
They don't want to start over because they don't see that starting over could happen. They could have what they have in a couple of years or less, but they don't see the possibility because of all the responsibility they're already carrying. And so that's why we have a system so that it can be simple, especially for people that have already something in place and they want to transition from whether it be an employee to an entrepreneur or a business owner to an entrepreneur or self-employed, where self-employed is still what we do, but yet it's limited because there's still time involved. So you have to really meet people where they are. And sometimes where you are has to change where you are. You have to meet yourself where you are and go through your own transitions and help yourself move forward.
Now, I want each one of us that has a job, that is self-employed here on this call, or whoever will be watching this video in the future. Where are you and how bad do you want to get out of your job or out of your self-employed business? At the end of the day, you still have a job or you own a job, and you have to come to your truth moment in your time right now. You have to feel that pain where you want to get out. So that's why when we talk to people, when you do the 3-3-3, when you pique their interest, but when you follow up with them, how are you talking about their pain? How are you finding out their problem? What problem do they have when they are employed and self-employed? It was the same problem I had when I was a barber and when I owned my salon. I had time issues. Time issues. That was my biggest problem. And because of the time, I had health issues because I did not learn anything more about health because I was so stuck in my job or my business. How many of us are in that situation? Now, let's move forward. If you wanted, so what I want to tell everyone, make sure when you talk to your friends, if they want health, ask them the problem of their health. But if they want time or money, find out, where are you in your job? Where are you in your business? What do you want to change? Do you want to get out of it? What options are you doing? What are you looking at? Do you want to go back? Some of us tell me that I want to go back to school. For what? What is school going to teach you now? How much are you going to pay for school? Does that make sense, everyone? So find out the problem. And now, what is the solution? Right here. Can you see this, Donna?
Yes, sir.
What is the solution?
Owning your own business, owning your own system, and creating your own wealth.
Exactly. Now, this is a very vague. Everybody says, be the business owner, own your system, work with people, join me in my company. I can give you this. I can do this. My company's the best. We have the best product. We have the best owner. We have the best compensation plan. All that don't matter. Does not matter. The only matter thing is, does it resonate with you? Are you doing all your due diligence to make sure that everything is aligned with you? So for example, we can say we have the best product, which we do. We can say we have the best system, which we do. How do we know? Because our product is giving people results and we can prove it. Our system is giving people wealth and we can prove it. Now, it's up to you though to make this work, because at the end of the day, people must like you. You have to have a certain skill sets. So that's why I believe support and a system is much more important. You got to have the right people to teach you, to train you. You got to have loyalty. You got to have friendship. You have to have a relationship. That is very important, especially in the network marketing, because network marketing, you're thrown into the swimming pool and you just teach to swim, but you don't know who to swim with. You got to learn how to build relationships with your partners, with your upline, with the people that introduced you. If you don't like the person that introduced you to the business, then don't work with them. Work with someone else. Does that make sense, everyone? At the end of the day, you got to be a people solutions. You got to learn how to gather people.
And if you're not good at gathering people, maybe some of the people that are loyal to you and love you and walk out life with you will be the people gatherers.
Correct. And that is the beauty of leveraging the network marketing business concept, which is called a binary, a unilevel, whatever it is. A compensation plan has to compensate you for your time, for your effort, and your energy that you're putting into learning something. Once you learn this, and everyone, you're going to be here for a very, very long time. This model took me 15 years to learn. 15. Could I have done it faster? Yes. Why didn't I? Because I made so many mistakes, because I did not learn how to leverage other people, mentors, And I was taught the wrong thing. So that's why I am teaching everyone what I've learned. This is from my experience. Now I want to save you time, so I'm giving it to you raw. I cannot sugarcoat it because a lot of people like to sugarcoat things for their own benefit. I don't like to, because I'd rather, again, make sure that you learn this now. And then one day, when you make enough residual income, then one day you're going to become an investor. But forget about investing right now until you get into this right here. This is the most important thing right here. You got to learn how to build cash flow. Now, everyone, look at this right here. With a show of hands, who wants to become a millionaire? Do
Sure.
you know how hard, Donna, how long would it take for you in your lifetime, for you and Craig, to save up $1.2 million in your bank?
Honestly, I don't know that we could with the economy the way it is anyway.
How long did it take you to make $5,000 a month residually here in LifeWave?
It took me a little under a year.
Under a year. So you're telling me you worked your ass off, you learned how to build a business, you learned how to do the 3-3-3 part-time, spare time, you hung out with good leaders, you're part of a great company that has exclusive technology, and you just learned how to be in the gym, and you're telling me in less than a year you learn how to make $5,000. That's equivalent to you having $1.2 million in your savings account, earning 5% to pay you that every month right now.
Wow. That's awesome.
Did you realize that you're a millionaire today?
I did not. This is very, you know, I made an F in accounting, and my daddy did not like to work with me with my math problems, but this is helpful for my brain.
So now, everyone, I came in here.
Mm.
I came in here 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I'm making 10,000 a week. So let's just do this. 10,000 of 40,000 a month times 10,000 times 4. I'm already at $10 million in my bank account, making 5% already. And it took me less than 3 years to get there, Donna. So how did me, a 42-year-old at that time, work his ass off for 3 years and now making this kind of income? It's like I'm telling everyone I leveraged to make $10 million in 3 years, earning this kind of residual income now.
That's really good. It's sobering. Some of this information is sobering. So you're accustomed to this. You're accustomed to the numbers. You're accustomed to network marketing. Some of us are new in the industry of network marketing. Some of us are looking at the grid going, wow. Okay, so I'm not a network marketer in the past. So I've not had lots of online, inline people, you know,
Nope.
and still I'm making around 2+ a week. And so for me, that's like, to me, that's the most money I've ever made in my life. I'm just being very transparent. It's a lot of money for me to do this. And I could at this moment, if I stopped, if I got discouraged, if I hit a bump of the road and go, you know, screw this, I'm out because this makes me mad or whatever, I could easily sabotage a future, and I don't want to. I want to double and then triple. I want to move forward. We're even looking at having an accountant. We've never had to have an accountant. We do all these things ourselves. So these are beautiful problems to have if you're consistent and you just on a daily basis be consistent, just like you brush your teeth every day. You work your business every day. And it becomes something that becomes part of you and not just something you do to make money, if that makes sense.
Yes. Now, Donna, I want to ask all 33 of us on this call that everyone, I'm going to teach you how to read this chart. Yeah. Has anybody here already made more than $100 a month in LifeWave? Raise your hand.
Yes.
Residually, that means you cycled 2 times in a 4-week period. If you did that, that's like you having $24,000 in cash sitting in your savings account, and the bank is paying you 5% a year, which equates to $100 a month in interest bearing commission for you. If you've made more than 1,000 already a month, every month, that's $250 a week in LifeWave. That's like you earning 5%, and you have $240,000 in the bank right now that's earning that kind of income. Now, again, I'm giving you those low numbers because I want you to be proud. I want you to know. And now I'm going to give you a whopping number right now. Who here on this call is a manager and a director? Raise your hand. Okay. I want you to see, as a manager, you can earn up to $1,500 a week, $1,500 in commissions on the cycling a week. What does the cycling mean? The cycle means you build a left team and a right team, a left gym or a right gym. You build a left person or a right person. You just start building like this. Build your business. How much can you build to? I want you to learn, if you maximize as a manager, you can make up to $6,000 a month. If you are a director, you can make up to $10,000 a month. But that is like saying that, hey, to be a director at $10,000 right here, what if you're the second highest level in our company and you max that position out? Meaning that you have so much volume or so many people coming in your left leg and your right leg because you're teaching them right, because you have a system and you're saving yourself from your job and your self-employedness. Does that make sense, anyone? Can you be proud of yourself if you reach a manager and a director and make this kind of small income, but learn how to understand that you are actually already a millionaire in the making already? Because when you can make this, then you will have all the time, then you can focus more on the people, and one day you can take this money and then even make more money by becoming an investor. How cool is that, Donna?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Now, I'm not going to get into this number right here, because as a senior presidential director, you can make up to $25,000 a week. You can make up to $100,000 a month. And guess who did that already in her second 2.5 years in the business?
Marcy,
Marcy.
can you lower that slightly so we can take a picture of it for our downline? Thank you. So we see that, the whole
I'm
thing.
going to send this picture. I'm going to post it on the recording when Donna posts this up on this week's recording, and I'm going to post this on Telegram along with the video.
Oh, very cool. Thank you. This
I
is
want
excellent.
everyone to know, doesn't matter if you're a senior director, executive director, I don't care. The magic number is max out at a manager and a director, meaning be selfish, build yourself first. Understand that now moving forward in 2023. That's why I started this call, to let you know, build yourself first, build yourself this residual, build your own business. And then when you build yourself, then you can teach others how to do this. And then you're truly having people work with you. If you do it any other way, it's the other way around. Go ahead, Donna.
I just want to comment on a couple of things. One is, when I saw the money part, like when I saw that health, that the more money I made, the more people I was helping, when I could marry those two concepts, because I was so noble in the beginning. Oh, it's just.
There he is. Yeah, he can. Here's Peter.
I'm muting y'all. When I saw that I realized that's what I did what he did. I went and looked at this plan. I said, okay, my first goal is to max out the manager pay. That was my very first goal. So when I made director, I was not concentrating on being a rank. Do we like rank? Sure. Oh my goodness, how much fun it is. I've never won anything in my life. I've never really earned anything in my life. So this is really fun for me. But also, and all these goals and all these transformational things that are going through, it's why we're doing this. But when I saw my first goal is just to max out manager, then I didn't think, oh shoot, my points are low this week. Like I lowered in some, like since he's keeping it real, my points lowered this week. So my rank lowered. Now listen, my rank lowered a little bit this week because my points lowered. So listen to me, from a practical standpoint, I still focus on the money part for me. I'm not focusing on, oh my God, my rank. Oh, I'm not doing that. That's stressful. No, I'm helping people. And so right now I'm doing promotions and I'm doing things to help us increase our health in our line, which is going to increase all our points, which will take me back up where I need to be back to, because you ebb and flow once you start moving up in the ranks. My point is that if you make it about the money, just look at the max of the 1,500. Don't look at trying to make senior director. And this is why I know some people that they were so determined to make rank. Man, this is all I want to do. I want to make rank. And they did. They would not let us talk with any other people. They would not let us get involved at all. They started enrolling people. They started paying for people because they just wanted to make the rank. And they did. They made it to director. But do you know what happened? They literally are not making any money. They're not making any money any week. And most of those people have dropped off. Why? Because their focus was not on building. Their focus was not on helping them make health. Their focus was not on helping them earn income. Their focus was on them becoming a director. It was not on helping their people move forward and help them with their health and help their communities. I just want to encourage you, if you keep that in your mind, you won't get out of balance, and then you won't get stressed from being out of balance.
Donna, you hit it right on the money. And that's why when you focus on people's health and then they really want to make wealth, everybody has to understand that $50, $50 is such a big deal, whether you sign up a silver and earn $50, whether you start building your 2 teams and earn $50 from the cycling, or whether you start earning $50 from generational match. You have to earn that. And once you earn that, every $50 you earn, just visualize how much is that in thousands and thousands in leveraged income, because residual will always be residual. You're going to learn how to earn residuals. It's not going to be wham, bam right away in the beginning. Just like you can't have a 6-pack the first week you go to the gym. It takes time, but time goes by so fast when you are having fun and when you're physically learning it yourself without manipulating or cheating yourself out of this process. Does everybody understand that? Don't cheat yourself out of the process. Go through it. We're all going through it. We're all working out together. We all will earn this together. Marcy started from beginning. I started from beginning. Savi started. Bob and Amy, Dr. Harmon, everybody started from their own $50. Does that make sense? I get phone calls. Peter, I'm not growing that fast. What am I doing wrong? What did it do? Are you on a podcast? No. So you're not in the gym. Why would somebody else be in the gym with you when you're not in the gym? So you're not building your muscles. Well, I do. I try my best. Well, let's go back then. Why are you doing this business? I want to get out of my job. Okay, how painful is it to get out of your job? Okay, can you give me 30 minutes a day, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week? Let's get back on this thing. Does that make sense, everyone? Basics is basics. If you don't do the basics, how can you outgrow to make the bigger money? You can't, because you forgot the basics. We have everything structured here. The only thing that you have to do is outgrow and become better version of you. But I'm giving you the numbers. I'm telling you exactly what you need to focus on. 333, find 2 people that are like you or better than you. Give this thing a spare time, part-time hour. Go through the process of working out. Purge out everything that you don't like about your life, and then add in things that really matter, and then you start changing your lifestyle and your environment, and then you're well on your way. If you don't do these things, great, it's just going to take a little more time. And trust me, I spent 15 years, okay? I've lost millions of dollars to learn this industry. If I gave up, I would have had to sell my soul, okay? And I don't want to sell my soul. So I'm glad I kept my soul here. And now I can help a lot of people because I wanted to make sure it's done right. So if all this message, if this training, if it hits your heart, if it hits your brain, your mind, if it touches you, I'm talking to you, okay? I really want to talk to you to make sure you're positioning and you're set up for 2023. The world next year, I don't know how pretty or ugly it's going to look. All I know is that we create our own economy. Let me repeat that again. I don't care how ugly the world looks. We create our own health. We create our own economy. How do I know? Because Marcy and I are bringing in over millions and millions of volume a month. That means millions of dollars is getting paid out. That means each one of us are making $50 a day. That means I know you're good. Does that make sense? And then we as a team, we grow together every 90 days. Every 90 days, we hold each other's hands. I'm holding Jeff and Sandy's hands. I'm holding Kathy's hands. I'm holding many groups' hands right now because I want to make sure that we're not doing it wrong. Now, some of you have been in this gym for years and you're still learning. Great. That's how long it's going to take for you. Fine. Some of you are just coming in and just blowing this thing off because you already experienced the bad. You already know how good this is, and you're just walking through the door. Great. That's fine. Right? So I don't know where the time goes. You know, sometimes I get into my rant, but it's already 1:35. So I just want to say this. I hope everybody enjoyed this year as much as I've enjoyed working out with you. Just know that I am learning myself. I become better every day, every week, every month. And whatever I learn, I just give it back. I want each one of you this year, appreciate what we built, appreciate what we have. You all have this golden goose in your hand. Just nurture it, okay? Just do whatever it takes to nurture it. We were going to be here next year again. New Year's is in about 3 more days. So go reflect, okay? See where you're at. And I want to see everybody next year at convention, at your best version, wherever you are in life. I want to see you next year at convention. Donna, what would you like to say to end this call?
Be encouraged. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Maybe the money I'm making is good for me. I say that if you need $500 more a week, that could be like $10,000 for you.
Yes.
You meet yourself where you are. Do not put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to become someone you're not, and try to be someone you're not, or try to do something that you're not. Do yourself a favor and don't make foolish decisions. if you make XYZ financially and you have to have that come in, you don't stop that to do this. That's not how it works.
No.
You don't want to do that. You want to really do what he said, set yourself some times. I shifted priorities. I shifted my time on Facebook. I shifted my time on social media. I shifted my time on doing some things that were really wasting my time.
Yes.
Shifted some of my time. And I did wear myself out a little bit. I started allowing people to talk to me at 11 o'clock at night because that's when they were available. I started on the calls at like 7 a.m. trying to meet somebody where they are because I'm such a giver. And then Charity, bless her precious heart, and I'm so thankful. She's like, Donna, you got to have health for you. You've got to have health for you. And so I began to shift, like I don't start until 9 a.m. Central time for me. Occasionally I will. Of course I will. We're not legalistic. I want to help people. So look at your priority. What is your priority? Your priority is your health. Your priority is your time, and your priority is your freedom. And that's why you want to have this business, so you can incorporate those very principles so it becomes what you are capable of doing, and then you can help others as you're in your journey. And no, I do disagree. You don't have to wait 6 months to help somebody. Man, I was selling patches before I even got my pack, man. I'm like, I got it. Like, these are stem cells. I'm in. My husband's like, we're on it. And so I was so excited I could barely stand it, but I didn't do it because I needed to get well. And that's the difference. I did it because I saw it was stem cells and everybody in my brain needed it. And so whatever you do, just every day, call people every day, talk to somebody, everybody love on somebody. And one day it'll happen. That one person will come. You're like, oh, yay, I finally have a runner. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense to you, but
You make all the sense in the world. And the moment that happens, everyone, just get ready to earn $50 a day. And when you start earning $50 a day, just know in your mind, you have $250,000 in your bank paying you every single month. Does that make sense? One day you will be a millionaire in residual income. That's all we can do for each other. So, Donna, it's been a beautiful time here working with you. I can't wait for the next one to come up, which is next week, everyone. Thank you, Dana, my chiropractor. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us this year. Enjoy the rest of the days. Watch this video as much as you want. Next year, I'll have so many more topics for everyone. This team is going to be the most experienced team in the industry. I promise you that, okay? Marcy and I are going to build bodybuilders for the rest of our lives. So we love you all. Thank you. I'll see you tonight, and tomorrow will be the last podcast for 6 p.m. And then after that, no Friday, no Saturday. So I'll do a Facebook Live before we say goodbye for the year. And again, thank you everyone for your support. We love you, and I'll see you tonight. Bye, everybody.
And you can get this recording on the Facebook Be Activating group. It will also be probably in the Facebook Be Activating testimonials. And so those of you who are texting me and asking me, hey, can you send it to this, that, and the other? If you don't mind, go into the Facebook Be Activating. And when you go, if you're not in that group, you need to have your ID number and who sponsored you. Those are the two requirements to get into the group. If you don't know your ID number, go into your back office and go to profile, click on it, and you will see your ID number. Click on that, copy and paste that, and then become a part of the group, and you will see the recording there. Will that work for you who texted me privately? Do you mind doing that for me, please? Yes.
All right.
Blessings to all of you. Bye-bye.
Blessings. Bye, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.